Hello, good evening. Miss Golden Girl here, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Golden Girl. And we're going to have some fun this evening. Have you ever wanted to write a book? Well, I have, and I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. I've got some content, but I don't know how to start in writing it. I started to write it in Word, and I just feel lost. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, what I did, I invited an author to join us this evening, and we're going to talk about how to write a book. Now, one of my niches on my channel is aging. And so this evening falls under that niche, embracing the golden years and beyond. And I'm going to introduce you to our author for tonight. She is Constance Spight, and you're going to hear me refer to her as Connie. I met her in college, so I'm not used to saying Constance, but Constance is going to teach us tonight on will share with us her steps that she took in writing her book. So I've got a question I want to even ask the audience to help me. I did this survey back in 2012 and 2013, and I had set a goal of having my book published by 2013. So I don't have it done, but I think this is a good time to do it because I've got more experience as aging. But my question to you as the audience, what years do you think of as your golden years? Embracing the golden years and beyond. Now, I Googled it, and they're saying from age 65 to 80. I viewed my 60s as my golden years, and now I am 71, soon to be 72. And I consider I am on the beyond part. So tell me what your thoughts, share them, and that's going to help me in my survey in writing my first book, which Connie is going to give me some steps this evening on embracing the golden years and beyond. Welcome. All right. Now, my first question that I have for Connie, and which, as I shared, I refer to her as Connie. Her name is Constance Spight. Connie, do you have a 1 year or a 5-year plan? And the reason I asked you this, Connie, is because as I was sharing, my niche is on aging. And so what I am trying to dialogue and gather information about, how can we still be productive as we age? So do you have a 1 year or a 5-year plan?
Well, first of all, Anita, thank you so much for having me on your YouTube channel. This is inspiring that you're even doing this. I commend you. So a 1 year or a 5-year plan. It's interesting. I can tell you right off that I don't have a 5-year plan. I'm 70. And I'm going to wait and see what the next 5 years have in store for me. However, I might in fact have a 1 year plan, and it may spill over into a 2-year plan. You've got the cover of my book behind you, and it's entitled Letters to My Departed Son.
I'm going to move for a moment so everyone can see it.
Oh, you don't have to. And so what my plan is for this year, the next 12 months, I should say, is to obviously promote the book and to improve upon the dollar amount that we have in a scholarship fund. We currently have a partially endowed scholarship. and we award young men who went to University of Detroit High School and Academy. That's the same school my son attended. We award scholarships, and right now it's at 50,000. But in order for me to provide them with more dollars, I want to provide more dollars to these young men. We need to increase it to 250,000. So that's probably my 1 year plan. Like I said, I have never been one to actually plan out the years like that. That was something my husband would do.
Okay.
He would say like, yeah, so by this year we're going to be here, by the next year we're going to do this, and I never really got into doing that. If I planned anyone's life, which wasn't my own, it was my son's. I probably planned his life. I planned what school he was going to. I helped him decide what college he was going to go to. I even wanted to plan what he was going to major in, but he had that already. So if I was going to attempt to plan someone's life, it would have been his. But like I said, I am looking to increase our endowment. So okay. I'm going to work really hard on that for the next 12 months.
Well, I'm a planner. I've always been a planner. And so, but now, because of my age, I'm just doing 1 year plan. Not a 5 year plan, because hey, don't know if I'll be around in 5 years.
We just don't know. One year at a time.
1 year. I think that will be, doable, a 1 year plan. Mm-hmm. And my plan this year is to lose 50 pounds by December 31st. Yes. And I am down about 23 pounds. And by May 27th, I want to be down 30 pounds. And then I'm going in increments. By July, I want to be down 40 pounds. And then by December 31st, I want to be down the total of the 50 pounds. So that's part of my 1 year plan. Also part of my 1 year plan, I'm striving to get my YouTube channel monetized by December 31st. And so in order to do that, I need 1,000 subscribers, and I have a little bit over 500 now, and I need 4,000 watch hours. That means watching my videos. So I appreciate thumbs up. I appreciate comments. I appreciate sharing. So anything you could do to help me to grow my channel, because it's not just about getting monetized. This is a platform for me to be able to share my journey. And I see myself as leaving a legacy for my family. Like you're working on your endowment for your son. Mm-hmm. I'm leaving this channel a legacy for my family and for my friends. So when I get my heavenly wings and I fly away from here to be with God, they can come on this YouTube channel and have something to remember me by.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, my next question for Connie. What does it feel like to be an author? Now, the reason I asked you that, Connie, is because I've always admired people that write books.
Really?
And I'm telling you, when I lived in California, I would go to the different bookstores and they would have authors come in. Mm-hmm. And I would love going on when they would have signing days and get my book signed. Now, I have a copy of the book, Connie. I got to get your signature on it. And I'm
no problem.
I'm so sorry that I missed your first signing because I was in Hawaii. I wanted to be at that book signing so much, but let me know when you have another one this year, and I'm going to try very hard.
There's going to be another one in June.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you know.
All right, because I'm going to bring my book to get it signed. All right, Connie. So now, and what I'm proud of is that Connie published her book at age 69. And so here's again where we can learn from Connie is look what she accomplished in her golden years. And so I feel that we're not taught about aging. We're taught about puberty, but not aging. So this is a point of my platform here on this channel, is to have dialogue about aging. It's very therapeutic for me, and I'm hoping it will be therapeutic for others. And I just want to develop an audience. Oh, Melita is here. Oh, see, excuse me, Connie. I can see I got to pay attention. Pay attention to the all the word. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, Melita is here.
Oh. Hi, Melita.
That's Connie's goddaughter, right?
It is.
And Melita is the daughter of my childhood friend for 65 years. Oh,
Margaret.
over 65, I think. Oh, we're getting to 65. Okay, so as I was sharing, was very excited with Connie getting the book published at age 69. So now that I've given you the history, the reason I'm raising this question, Connie, would you please chime right in and answer? Now you need me to repeat it since I took so long.
You said, what does it feel like to be an author?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
That it's interesting. I'm not so sure. I consider myself an author yet. I know I wrote the book, but it feels a little bit bizarre sometimes because unlike you, this has not been a desire of mine. I never said at a young age, oh, I want to write a book. You know, I love books. I used to do a lot of reading when I had time to read, but I never had a desire to write this book. This idea actually came to me from two other individuals. After my son passed, a woman had a vision, and she told me her vision.
Okay.
And she said her vision or her message from God was that I needed to write a book to honor my son.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I can appreciate that, but I just don't think I'm going to write a book. And then someone else came to me, another individual who never met my son, but she had two children who knew my son.
Okay.
And she came to me with the same idea. And she said, you know, I'm really feeling like we need to do something in honor of him. And
now, what year was this, Connie?
This is the year he passed.
Oh, okay.
The first woman actually called us maybe a week or so after he passed.
And what year was that? I just want
2007. He passed in 2007. That is an important fact because people need to realize how long it took me to accomplish this goal. Perseverance. And so, in 2007, both of these individuals came to me with this idea. And now I'm kind of taken aback because I'm thinking, no, Connie, but this is not what you do. You don't write books like that. You're a technical writer, but you don't write books. And but then I kept hearing Brandon. I kept hearing Brandon's voice, and I could hear him saying, "Mom, a book about me." Of course, you got to do this,
right?
Yeah, of course you got to do this. He got that part of his personality from his dad. The book about me. And I'm thinking, okay, because my son told me years ago he was going to be famous. And yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, am I supposed to be that person who makes his dream come true to be famous? And that's how it started. It just was not my idea. And so, but I said, it must be something to it if both of these women are coming to me with this idea.
Right.
And so the thought was and one of them even said, we can call it Dear Brandon. And we could we could collect letters from family, friends, classmates. And then, Connie, you can write letters in the book.
Okay.
And I liked the idea. And so I said, okay. Now, this was in 2007. Things really didn't get started in 2007. It was very difficult for me to sit down and actually start writing.
I can understand that.
Yeah, that was a very, very difficult task. And then my cousin gave me a journal, and she says, just journal. Just start writing your thoughts. I said, okay. So I'm writing my thoughts, but my thoughts at that point were so raw. And I was saying some things to God that I might not have wanted to put in the book.
Okay. I can understand that too.
Because he knew how I felt.
Right.
But I did start journaling, and then I said, okay, I need some help with this. So I started looking for a ghostwriter.
Oh, you did?
I did. I started looking for a ghostwriter, and however, that really didn't work out very well.
Okay.
Yeah, but I spent a couple of years.
Okay, I was going to ask you, how long did you pursue that?
Yeah, it seemed
Excuse me for a moment, Connie. I just want to say welcome. Thank you for coming in. All right, go ahead, Connie. I'm sorry.
Yeah. My idea of the ghostwriter probably wasn't correct. I thought that I would tell him my story and he would write it the way I was telling it, but also using his talents. And it just didn't work out. I would read it, what he wrote, and it didn't sound like me.
Okay.
The one thing that I've been told about this book, the finished product, is that they say, it sounds like you, Connie. The words sound like you. I can hear you talking.
Okay.
And that's what I needed to happen, because I'm talking to my son.
Right.
So I needed him to hear his mom, not someone else.
And I purchased the book as soon as it was published. Margaret had put it out on Facebook about the book, but I did not start to read the book until last week. I could not read the book. I just could not read the book. I just was not there. My son suffered a head injury, had a blood clot on his brain in his senior year from playing football. And so, of course, I don't know exactly what you went through, but I have a real good idea what you went through. And I just couldn't go there. But it's in God's timing for everything. Because last week when I picked up the book, and I really, it's just so smooth and everything. You know, it's not difficult. I really like the way you published it. That it's you, like you shared, you do have it in paperback. But I like that I've got a hardback book, and it's got the jackets on it and everything. So this is the way I want my book to be.
Okay.
This is my example, y'all.
You can do that. You can do that.
Okay, I'm sorry, I interrupted there, but you were talking about the ghostwriter and that. So okay, then for that question, do you want to? Is that enough elaboration? Because I'm going to have you tell us which you can go ahead. The next question is, tell us the step you took to write your book. So writing, editing, publishing. So you can continue on.
It was quite a journey, as you can imagine, because as I said, my son passed in 2007 and we didn't publish until last year. But
and that was 2022, right?
22.
There's hope for me.
Yeah. My steps were a bit unorthodox because was not my plan to do it.
Okay.
And at some point in the plan, as I was learning more about writing a book, I was told that, well, you really should have started with an outline. Okay. I didn't start with an outline.
Okay.
I had a bit of a draft first before I started thinking about an outline
Okay.
and then the different names of chapters.
And see, that's where I am. That's where I am now.
Okay.
I've got all the chapters outlined.
Well, that's good, actually.
And then I've started drafting, some of it. And where I'm lost is what format. What did you use? Did you use Word, or is there an application out there? Because I tried to set words up like it was in a book format. So
I did that too.
yeah, I wanted to see, like, hey, I got this page full, I got this page full.
I did some of that as well, but I stopped and I just started writing it in Word. Because I knew at that point, Anita, that I was going to need some help actually setting it up.
Okay.
So I did it in Word, and this was after I stopped working with the ghostwriter, and then we had chapters. We had a binder about like this. And then my friend came over almost every day, and she would work on the computer and I would dictate to her.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because see, I want it to be my words.
Right.
She would type and I would dictate. And then when we thought we had a chapter done, we'd print that out and that would go in the binder.
Okay.
And we just kept using that process. Now, initially, I thought I wanted to intersperse the letters a little more than I did the letters from other people. But the advice I received was, well, we think you need to put the letters kind of at the end.
Oh, okay.
You can put a few, you can purse a few in there, but you need to really put the letters at the end, because if you're reading along what I'm saying, and then all of a sudden there's a letter from someone, it feels like kind of a bump in the road.
Oh, okay.
So I had to change my thinking. And then I wanted it to start with the diagnosis.
Oh,
That's how we
okay.
started it. And then with his birth, his childhood years, his teen years, and then his death.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like going through his life. So I did that with a girlfriend of mine. And then after I'm looking at the finished product, I'm still not satisfied.
You're not?
No, it's just not feeling like I think it should feel. I've been called a perfectionist.
Okay.
That's not true for any of my friends out there listening to this.
Margaret probably knows, huh?
It kind of is. So then I talked to another friend of mine who had just recently retired, and she's a writer.
Okay.
And I said, I need you to take a look at this. And so she took a look at it, and then we went back through it. So mind you, this is probably my third or fourth time going through this manuscript.
Okay.
So
what year was that, Connie? What year was that?
So by the time I started working with her, it was probably 2016. Yeah, because remember too, I was stopping the writing process. I would put it down because I couldn't do it.
Okay.
And then a few months later, I'd pick it back up. So initially, it was very slow. It was very slow. I didn't really start picking up some momentum until maybe about 2014, 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is after what you and your one friend had accomplished, we'll say the first draft?
Yes, we probably finished our draft in 2015, but it wasn't the first. My first draft was probably around 2012, 2013, but it wasn't what I wanted. And
So
then
would you completely start out all over, or you just
no, I wouldn't completely start over, but I would go through each chapter again and modify it or add to it. I basically kept the chapter names the same. I added one chapter towards the end, but I basically kept the chapter names the same.
okay?
But I would revise the chapters and I would add things to the chapters or change the language.
And to me, that's the understanding of writing a book, because I had all that outline, I was going to have my first draft, second draft, third draft, editing and publishing. And the book was supposed to be published by 2013. So, I understand that there's, first, second, third drafts,
Yeah.
the editing, publishing. So, I mean, to me, you had to process the steps down.
Well, I think I learned the steps as I went.
Okay.
Okay. And then after my friend, who is the writer, went through it, we started looking at publishers.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, I wanted it to be edited. So I hired a woman to edit the
Okay.
manuscript.
Okay.
Yeah, I hired a woman to edit it. And then I talked to a couple of publishers and I landed on Archway Publishing. They're actually a branch of Simon and Schuster. And I chose them because I knew I wasn't going to go the traditional route, traditional publishing. And I did not want to be a self-publisher because I wanted my finished product to look as professional as possible.
Okay. And
And
see, I had looked into self-publishing and
yeah, I didn't want to go that route because it was just so much more I would need to learn to do
okay.
that. And Archway is a hybrid. They look like a traditional publisher, but it's still your product.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And they have different packages you can select from. So I went with them.
Okay.
And they also have an editing portion. So the book was edited twice.
Oh, was it really? Oh, okay, because they did.
Right. The book was edited twice, and they take care of all the things like the copywriting, the ISBN number, and all of that. And then I actually had some readers. I had friends to read the book. Read the book and tell me what you think.
Okay.
And that's an important step. A lot of people, I don't know if most people do it or not, but I spoke with another woman who's an author, and she says that's a very important step. Have someone read it. Not
Now,
just
this is after they had, edited with the Archway.
Yes.
Now, when they read it, was it just not bound yet?
No, it was not bound yet.
Okay.
And so there's some time between Archway's first edit before you actually publish. So I took that time to have my readers go through it.
Okay. Did they mark it up?
One person did. She wanted to write down her suggestions. Most people just kind of talk to me about what they thought. But yeah, I had one person who marked it up.
Did you keep?
I'm gonna be very honest with you. I did not take everyone's suggestion.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I took some of them for sure, but I didn't take everyone's suggestion of what they said.
And I can understand that too, because you have in your mind the story you want to tell and how you want to tell it. That's just like here on my YouTube channel. I have in my mind how I want to develop my channel. So I'm working hard to develop an audience for my traveling, for my aging, for my weight loss. Now I've accidentally fell into my swimsuit modeling audience. So I am doing that.
I did see that, Anita.
You did?
You're a brave soul.
Hey, I told you I'm changing. I am changing. I felt like I was aging matronly, and I want to age youthfully. I think you age youthfully, Connie. And so I'm becoming a sassy girl.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I'm sassy, but okay.
No, I'm not saying you're sassy, but I felt like you aged youthfully.
Okay.
Youthfully. You know, Margaret turned me on to Chico's as far as, stylish clothes. But I was buying Alfred Dunner, So yeah, look.
I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar.
Hey, that's why. Your mother probably wore that brand.
No, my mother was sassy.
Oh, was she? Okay.
Right. My mother was sassy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so and I'm working hard to stay focused on my traveling, the aging, and the weight loss. There's an audience there. Everybody wants to lose weight, so you can get people.
Wants to,
come
Not
in
everybody
for that.
wants to write a book, Anita. But everybody wants to lose weight.
Yes. And, so I am determined to just take the time, and I see it's slow with coming with the traveling and with the aging, embracing the golden years, but I'm going to stay focused on that and take advantage in the meantime of the swimsuit modeling. Always wanted to be on the centerfold of Jet, so here I am.
Wow.
I got my own platform.
Wow.
Did you see my one video that had 56,000 views in 2 months?
So that must have been in your swimsuit?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know what? I probably didn't pay attention to the number because I'm not real sure how to read that yet.
Oh, okay.
But wow.
Yeah, so that's why I'm modeling my swimsuits. I'm trying to carry my channel while I'm developing these other areas, And it's just like I'm just tying that into, like, you took some suggestions, but you didn't take all suggestions, I don't want my whole channel be about modeling swimsuits,
That's what they're going to want to see. I'm
going to slowly develop this other audience. So then, Connie, I had a question. So the editing, when you finished the first lady that did the editing, were you pleased with her editing?
I was pleased with everyone who helped me along the way. Appeared to offer something different from the other person.
Oh, okay.
So, I was very pleased with everyone's help. The editor, the last editor that I used, other than Archway, wanted me to put more feeling into my words. Which was something that I could really appreciate because, like I said, I'm a technical writer. But when you're writing something like this, people want to know how you're feeling about what's happening.
Okay.
And I must have accomplished that along the way because people have told me that they could feel my pain.
Okay.
And there are some parts that probably would make you cry, that you would get emotional about. But my last editor said I needed to do more of that, to not just describe what happened, but tell the readers how I felt when it was happening.
So
And
can you give us an example? Or if you feel like that's giving away the book, I don't want to, because I had talked to Connie where to purchase the book. I had put out on Facebook to Amazon had the book. I put on YouTube that Amazon had the book, but I have up the author's website. And if it's good to purchase from her website, because this is like a fundraiser. Am I correct, Connie, for
Right.
your endowment?
Exactly.
And so I'm going to buy another book from your website.
Thank you. Thank you. You know,
So,
and if your viewers feel more comfortable buying through Amazon, by all means, buy through Amazon. They can buy through Amazon, Barnes and Noble. They can go to bookstores, and if the bookstore doesn't have the bookstore will order it for them. So
like
whatever their comfort level is.
When it comes to Amazon, oh, excuse me, welcome. Thank you for coming in. We got 8 viewers with us now. Ooh. Somebody made a comment. I got to keep.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for Miss V for joining us. Miss V is one of my mentors here on YouTube. She's helping me a lot. Thank you for coming in. Can you share how Amazon and Barnes, the bookstores, work as far as what % you get?
Well, I'd rather not go into that.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
But suffice it to say that through our website, we're not paying anyone a percentage.
Oh, you're not? Okay. Right. So did everybody get the gist of that? It's better to order from the website, because that's like 100%.
Yeah, that would be going to the foundation. Okay. I don't have to pay a third party.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. That that it's better to go through the website.
Right.
And so and I'll put that back out on my YouTube channel, and I'll put it back out on Facebook. And I think I already posted the website, but I'll even make a little statement or something that 100% of the book purchase on the website goes into the endowment. And again, your goal is $250,000 for the endowment.
Right, to fully endow. We're at 50 right now, and we want to fully endow. And this is a little bit off topic from the book, but we're also having a golf outing in August. I don't know if I told you that.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're having a golf outing on August the 18th for anyone who's interested in golfing, sponsoring, and that's also going towards our endowment.
Okay. I'm trying to get these.
Daddy. She says you and your guests look amazing.
Thank you. Betty she's another mentor of mine. You know, I'm learning so much. I hope they're proud of me. I want to create good content. And so we were at 10 viewers there for a moment. Thank you for coming in. I certainly appreciate it. I'm glad, Connie, we're getting through this, because I didn't know if I was going to be crying, be tearing up.
Well, we tried to keep it light. And
so we better stay focused then. Is there anything else that you would like to share about the story? You know, you've answered my question sufficiently and seem like I'm not too bad what I was doing. What you think? You know, the process that I was following?
Yeah, it's good. Now, you mentioned something from the book. I don't know if you want me to read this or not, but Brandon wrote a personal statement.
Oh, please do,
It
please.
might be a little long. I'll try to.
No, we have time. We have time.
Okay. So since Brandon was in his senior year when he passed away, and the UAD is really good about preparing the boys to go to college. They have a very high percentage rate. I'm told 99% of their boys go to college.
Okay.
And as part of their 12th grade English assignment, they have to write their personal statement that they're going to use to send to colleges. So here's Brandon's. When I made my decision to become proficient in the game of golf, I didn't realize it would require me to live as a chameleon. I'm not fickle. However, I am the type of person who can adapt to situations that would cause discomfort to most. I am an African American who grew up experiencing two extremes my entire life. As a 3-year-old, I woke up every morning at 6 o'clock to get ready for school. After getting dressed and eating breakfast, one of my parents would drive me to one of the best schools in the state of Michigan, Detroit Country Day. My parents made a sacrifice every day to drive me 45 minutes from the city of Detroit to the suburbs to ensure I received the best education possible. Even at the tender age of 3, I realized I was one of 3 African Americans in the lower school. Surprisingly, being in such a small minority did not bother me at all. As an outgoing and self-assured person, making friends in all races and becoming popular was easy for me. I had such a good time learning and making friends that I was blind to unjust treatment I received. However, as I matured and recalled certain events, this type of treatment became very apparent. Additionally, and much to my surprise, the African Americans in my neighborhood and even some family members treated me differently because of the school I attended and because I chose to learn golf instead of football or basketball. Those closest to me seemed not to respect me because I did not play the traditional sports normally played by African Americans. Subsequently, as a way to be accepted, I made friends in the neighborhood. I started playing basketball. When I would meet new people, I would tell them I played basketball and not mention golf. In my neighborhood, golf wasn't a sport I was supposed to play. I was labeled as a stuck-up Black boy trying to be white. It got to the point where I had to use the slang of the neighborhood kids when I was home in order to be accepted. When I went to school, I would modify my speech and behavior to be accepted in that environment. Perfecting that skill has created lasting friendships in both worlds. One might say this is phony behavior. However, I feel it is adaptability. The older I became, I realized the sport I loved was golf. I have played this game since the age of 3, despite enduring racist attitudes. These attitudes continue to be apparent when I walk through the golf course parking lot or step onto the first tee. The looks that people give me when I swing the club could burn a hole through a wall. However, after I hit a good shot, the look of astonishment is far more satisfying. I have learned to play through the looks, attitudes, and racist comments. I gained respect by posting good scores. As I look back on my experience I had growing up, I actually feel extremely fortunate. I may have gone through some struggles, but they ended up making me a stronger and well-rounded person. Today, I take pride in the fact that I not only play golf, but I'm very good at it. Despite all the mockery I received growing up, I was able to move past that and continue doing what I love. The only thing I can hope for is that maybe I changed a person's view on stereotyping African Americans in sports. Hopefully, they looked at me and realized you don't have to do something because a majority does it. A person is supposed to pursue his passion and do what makes him happy, despite what people think, which is how I have lived my life up to this point and will continue to do so for the rest of my life. Brandon Lee Spight.
That is beautiful. Did you know he was going through it like that?
I did.
You did? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I read his personal statement before he even submitted it to his teacher.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. His god sister read it too, because I wanted his god sister to read it to see if we needed to tweak it a little bit.
But my question is, when he was enduring it, did you have any idea that?
Yeah, he told me a story once. He said, now I went to a lot of his golf matches, but I didn't go to all of them. And he told me a story once when he got home. He said, Mom, because Brandon wore, now back then, it was before the iPhone was developed, but he had who was the little, I need someone new. I don't know if Melita is still on, but the little music pod thing. And he wore it in his ears.
The ear pods or something?
Yeah, right. So he always had his music on, bebopping to his music. When he would cut the grass at home, he would bebop to his music. When he went to the golf course and they went into the locker room, he was bebopping to his music, right? And he said he walked into the locker room and someone from the other team made a comment, and I'll paraphrase.
Oh, my daughter just responded. She said iPod.
It was an iPod. Yeah, she's right. It was, thank you. It was an iPod. He always had those in his ear. And he said, a guy from the other
Melita
team,
responded too.
Yeah, right. Made a comment and said something about, oh, you're a golfer. Shouldn't you be on the corner singing? Kind of thing.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah. Yeah. It was a kid from the other school.
Okay.
And so Brandon, I think the kid might have thought he didn't hear. And Brandon says, Mom, I took out my ear pods and I said, what did you say? And the guy didn't repeat it, and then Brandon let it go. But he said that when he hit the ball on the first tee, he hit a good drive.
Okay.
After he hit the drive and picked up his tee, he looked at the guy.
So now what you got to say, huh?
So, that was the kind of kid he was. But he said, yeah, he said, he was telling me that story. He would tell me different things that would happen. But he wasn't the type of kid that got angry about that.
Okay.
He
took it all in stride.
He took it well. He took it well because Brandon really didn't care what color you were. If he liked you, he liked you. Okay. But, this particular kid was making a racist statement about him being there. He was the only black kid on the golf team.
And I thought he was going to be the next Tiger Woods myself. I mean, y'all had started him so young and everything. Yeah. And so.
Yeah, his father did that.
Was he grooming the next Tiger Woods? Fathers are like that.
He would always say he wasn't grooming the next Tiger Woods, but I think he kind of was. I think he kind of felt that, if he ended up being the next Tiger Woods, that's great, But I wanted him to go to law school.
Yeah. Now, what did you say? Had he decided on a major when he was doing his applications?
He had. He said he was going to major in political science.
Okay.
And then he was going to go to law school.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Following your footsteps, huh?
Yeah, better than me. He said he was going to go into corporate law.
Margaret said Brandon loved a challenge.
Yes, he did. She knows. She knows. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, before we wrap this up, I'm going to can you answer my question? What do you consider the golden years?
Wow. See, I would start the golden years at 65.
65. So you think that too, then? Huh?
Yeah, I would start them at 65. I think I'm in my golden years right now.
Okay.
I do.
All right. And that's what they were saying. They were saying 65 is retirement age, and so
Yeah,
I guess
say
I
65.
guess because I retired when I was 51.
Well, I retired early too. Yeah, I retired, but then I took on another job, but I would say 65.
65.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
All right,
the
audience.
question is, when does it stop? When do your golden years stop?
Well, they're saying, okay, golden years from 65 to 80, and then 80 would be beyond.
Yeah, because let me tell you, my husband and I played golf with a couple, and they're 86.
Okay.
And they're in good shape.
Okay.
So they're living some golden years right now, too.
So you say they still golden, huh?
They're still golden. I think so.
Can I get some answers from the audience? Can you just type in what you would consider the golden years? And then I'd like to share. I did a panel with friendship a couple weeks ago, and I had 3 friends on that joined me. And one of the friends is Margaret, which she wanted to make the comment. So Margaret and I, Betty says 65 until transition.
Until transition. Okay. Okay. I tell you, this couple, they were 86.
Thanks, Betty. Betty said 65.
Yeah. I agree with Betty.
And then Edwina says over 65 and forever golden. Okay, then. All right, then. So as I write my book,
So
Miss V said retirement to death, golden years. So okay. So hey, now I know 65. Hey, forget the beyond, huh? I still like the beyond. Hey, but by the time, if you live to be 90 or 100, you don't consider that golden, do you?
Well, it would probably depend on what you're doing.
Well, Mother Mason, she's 97. Yeah. She'll be and that's my daughter's grandmother, my first husband's mother, Ben's mother. And so I mean, she's still pretty good for her age, but it's the quality. It's not there. I mean, because all the things that she likes to do, she loved church. So it's, she's age, can't get out to church every Sunday just because the toll it takes on you, the energy that it takes. So I think I like the idea of 65 to 80 because it seems like, and I think your one couple is maybe the exception. But
I'm sure they are.
But it seems like after you get 80, these years, Miss V said, yep. And Wena said she gonna be golden as long as she here on earth. All right. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it, Edwina. And I can see you being golden until you get your crown. But because I think it's all about what we make it. And that's the whole idea that I want to dialogue about aging. And my channel is for the young also, because I wished I knew some of the things that I'm learning now. I would have never let myself gain 50 pounds.
Yeah, we've got some young folks who should hear that.
And my daughter was saying that, her grandmother was driving up until she was 89.
Okay.
So she was very golden, but when she got over on the 90s, things started to change. And I think she's the exception too.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, this couple is definitely the exception. This guy is 86 years old and he still walks 2 miles every day and then goes and plays 9 holes of golf.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that is definitely exception. I couldn't do that.
And see, Mother Mason was still going out to the mall, walking in her 80s, with her driving. It amazed me how family members would call her in the middle of the night to go to the hospital to sit with the sick one. Yes, she'd go. And she got the shingles, and that really affected her. And so, but Betty says, my doctor says I am an exception and hope I know that. My husband is 77 and on no meds. Awesome, Betty. Awesome. I think you're the exception too. Betty, I think Betty said she's 67. So she's
yeah, she's young. That's young, Betty. You're young, Betty.
Hey, I say now, I left the frisky 60s are gone. Yeah, and I did notice some changes in the 70s, but since I've got on this, real rigid exercise, I feel my mobility improving. The pandemic really set me back. It set me back. I became very sedentary. So
right. Exercise and diet, and learn something new. Keep learning new things. That's why I commend you on this, because I don't know very many 70-year-olds that would start a YouTube channel like this. Anita, I'm telling you, I can't say it enough. You're brave.
Hey, and I'm going to be 72 in July because I'm a year older than you and Margaret.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Hey.
Yeah. But I wanted to tie back before we end this. I'm very conscious of people's time. As I was sharing that Connie, Margaret, and I hadn't got to that point, but we lived in the same dorm. We lived in the same dorm in Holden Hall. I was even trying to recruit the Facebook people, like, okay, y'all remember Connie Jackson, come on over and be a part of this. So hopefully over on my Facebook page that they are listening to support this.
You can view it on your Facebook page later as well.
Yeah. I'm when StreamYard, I'm able to select different platforms to send it out to. So they actually can view it live right now as we are here on YouTube. We're in StreamYard, and so it's going to YouTube and it's going to Facebook at the same time.
Oh, okay. I know something.
Yeah, and so let me put this back up here. I want to put your I thank everyone for coming. I thank you. Oh, this is a blessing. I've been waiting to do a live where I've had a lot of interaction for the audience. Thank you for supporting me on this, because boy, I was sending it out in my phone, texting I was texting people, but I was vlogging over on the Facebook page before I came to YouTube, and they just tolerated me.
Stop.
They just tolerated me because when it was Wanda Reeves. When I first started doing a whole lot of things on it, Wanda said, Anita, you keep popping up on my timeline. You keep popping up on my timeline. I was always posting something, posting something.
Wow.
But
When did you start doing that, Anita? When did you start blogging? When did you start blogging?
Probably for sure in 2005, because I used to do smile boxes for them. I wanted them, you know, as I was doing my work and vacations, I wanted them to be a part and share with them what I was doing because, you know, I'm adventurous. And, you know, when I moved to California, a lot of people couldn't believe I left my job.
Yeah. I might have been one of them.
I moved to California without a job, but I had some savings. I had my retirement. And so then, okay, so they adjusted me moving to California. Then when I decided, I took a deferred retirement then. And so then I came back from California without a job, but I had some savings again. So my retirement savings. So, hey, my retirement account has been fully exhausted.
Oh.
And so, but what I wanted to say, so then when I decided I was going to travel around and go see all these places, and I did it from 2005 to 2010,
okay.
I wanted them to see why this was so important to me. Traveling was my passion, and I didn't want to, my mother figured she died before she retired. She could have retired, but I didn't want that to be me. I didn't want that to be me, that because I was just trying to rush my retirement years. And I just decided I'm going to go for these things now, you know? And so I did. So I created smile boxes and I would post them on Facebook, and I would post all kinds of pictures and everything. So now I'm trying to bring them over to YouTube. And I appreciate those of you who have come with me tonight. I do. But, you know, it's a little hard for some of them because they're a little reluctant maybe about social media, but there's some good YouTube channels, and I'm trying to share some of the good ones that I come upon so that they can see that we're content creators, and we put a lot of effort and work in bringing good content to our channel, you know? And so, hey, it's like, come on YouTube and watch you some TV.
Yeah, there is YouTube TV. It's streaming.
But I'm talking about my channel.
Your channel.
And other channels, you know, it's like it's just the content that's been put out. That's being put out. But I wanted to share, and I keep getting sidetracked, how Connie and I are friends from college. And then Connie and Margaret, which Margaret is my childhood friend since kindergarten. Connie and Margaret are very close. And so, you know, I get to tag along sometime when they do certain things. And then sometime I invite them to tag along with me, because when I put the group together for us and got the tickets for us to go to the African American Museum.
Yeah, that was great.
DC.
That was great.
So, yeah. So I say all this to say is always bringing it back how we age and how we embrace our golden years. That friendship, you know, some friendships are for a season, but some are for a longevity. Some are for a lifetime, you know. And even though I go this way, do this, you know, my bond with Margaret is still there. And I have created a bond with Connie. And Connie, when I needed help, she helped my daughter when she needed to sell her dad's house, you know. And it's like, just God opened the door. We was at Hubert's that was like a memorial. What was it?
It was a fundraiser. It was a fundraiser for Hubert.
Okay, Margaret probably telling me what it was.
For another foundation, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was for his foundation. Representative Hubert Price.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking to Connie about it, and she came right in and helped my daughter. She was the realtor with her, and it was awesome. And I didn't have to worry anymore because I knew my daughter was in good hands with Connie trying to sell her dad's house in Southfield, Michigan. And so I say all this to just help everyone to understand how friendship evolves over time, And then when I asked Connie to come on and give me the steps, hey, I'm going to be able to accomplish this, Connie, I think in the next couple of years.
Let's hope that you learn a better way to do it as well. Mine was a little cumbersome, but we got it done. But
well, hey, I'm going to be coming back to you. Hey, you said you have an editor. Hey,
yeah, she lives in Grand Rapids. I went to Grand Rapids to meet this woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that anybody from college?
No, it was just someone told me about her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know her initially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know her. Yeah.
Hey, see?
Very nice lady.
I'm telling you, and I'm saying everything is in God's timing. So it wasn't meant for me to write the book in 2013. I have more knowledge now, and I can add some chapter. Hey, I'm gonna have this chapter on me reimagining myself.
But you're so right about that in terms of everything is in God's timing, because I really beat myself up about it taking so long for me to finish this product. And a friend of mine said, no, it happened at just the right time. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be earlier.
Yes, and that's where I have concluded too, especially when I see how I am transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I'm different. I mean, y'all gonna see an Anita that y'all probably never seen in your life. Well, you're seeing an Anita. So
that's good though.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah, you're continuing to grow in your golden years. And a lot of us don't do that. We just say, okay, I'm done. I'm old now. I'm done. But you're continuing to grow. So that's an inspiration to a lot of people.
And that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I aspire to inspire before I expire. And on that, we will close. We went 8 minutes over. I thank everyone for joining in. This has been awesome. And Connie and I made through this without boo-hooing. And
I know my nose started to run a bit, but when you start holding back the tears.
I know, I thought I could hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
Maybe when you were reading from
Possibly.
Yeah, but you've done great, Connie, and I just thank God that He has kept you and have given you this opportunity to heal through this book. And now, as we talked about Plan B, that the Plan B is the endowment. You want to tell us, just close out with a little bit about Plan B?
Well, Plan B also came about because Brandon had a plan. We talk about plans. Brandon did have a plan for his life, and he was not able to fulfill that plan. So now we are going to try to complete his journey. Brandon was a giver. He gave to everybody he came in contact with. So now I want to continue giving in his name, but it's not his plan. It's mine. So it's Plan B. It's an alternate plan.
Okay.
And that's what that came about. We're continuing his journey, but it's a second plan, an alternate plan. Yeah.
And that's awesome. That is awesome. And my prayer is that this will be an inspiration for others that have lost their child. And it's especially hard when it's your only child.
That's true.
You know,
That's very true. Very
and
true.
so
Mhm.
God, I just feel so good because I know I am doing what God wants me to do with this platform.
That's great.
And hi, Susan. Welcome.
Mhm.
Oh, my phone and calls and texting work today.
Really trying to get my book. Oh, she's trying to get her book completed. Good for her.
Oh, great, great, great. Susan is a friend from childhood also. She
Okay.
li- she lives in Alabama now, and so she was working with us on our class reunion, which because of the pandemic we weren't able to have that in 2020.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, all right, Connie, I cannot thank you enough. And
Thank you. Thank you, Anita. I really appreciate this.
and I do too. It's been great. It has been
Mhm.
great. And thank you everyone for stopping in. And thank you to those that will watch the replay. And it is my desire that you will be inspired by the knowledge of how to write a book, but not only that, the topic, the topic. To witness Connie, a mother that has healed. Grief takes time. And I say, only with time can we heal from grief. And Connie, you to see you now, I can see that you're healed and healing, and it still
I'm
may.
healing.
Okay, okay. Connie is healing, but I'd say she's over 50% healed. She's over 50% healed. Oh, thank you, J. Lee Chronicles. And then Melita had said something. Let me see what she said. Um, oh, Melita said she appreciate. Thank you, Melita, and share this out to your friends because they don't teach us about aging, and so I just want to take this opportunity to rectify that some to my ability, and that we can dialogue and talk about different things and be transparent.
Mhm.
We seem like as women, especially women, some things we go through in aging, we feel like, we got to suffer, especially menopause. You don't talk about it, whatever, but
Oh, you can have another session on that one. Lord.
you think I can get some audience there, Connie?
A whole nother topic. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. That's a
All
whole
right,
nother
then. I'm
topic.
going to say good night. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to put the website back up here one last time, and you can jot it down. And I love your website, Connie. Who developed that for you?
I used, are you familiar with Fiverr.com?
No,
Okay. Well, it's a company that offers assistance for anything. And they may be able to offer you assistance on your YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
But it's like you contract with someone from the company. So I
Okay.
contracted with a web designer from that company and told her how I wanted the website to look.
Oh,
She
okay.
designed it. Right. Never matter.
Oh,
Everything is online.
okay. That's true. And that's one thing about
Right.
being online. You can Google and search and find
Right.
anything that you
Yeah.
want. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy with that because I like information that I want now, a
Yeah.
snap of a finger.
No, it's available. It's called Fiverr.com.
Okay.
Fiverr.com.
F-I.
Fiverr.com.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
And you contract with an individual. You go through their bio. You can ask them questions online. Yeah. And then you can decide who you'd like to hire to do the work for you.
Okay, okay. Well, I want to encourage everyone to go out and check out the website, the author's website for the endowment for her son. It's planbspight.org. And so Branda's name began with a B, and then as Connie shared, Plan A, it didn't go to how could I say that?
Fruition.
Fruition, okay. And then
it was his plan, but he passed. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he made a decision, right? That
in terms of his life, he did.
Okay. Is that giving away the book?
It's not really giving away the book, but it would take some time.
Oh, well, no, I don't want you to elaborate. And I just want to just say that how he made the decision to end Plan A. Well, not completely, but
not completely, but he made some decisions about how he wanted to live and how he did not want to live.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. So, but yeah, so now all of this to help y'all to remember this website if y'all didn't write it down. But you can always come back on my YouTube channel and replay this video as often as you want.
Come back to her YouTube channel, guys.
Always lead back to my YouTube channel, right?
Yes, indeed.
All right, then. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you so very much. You have made my evening. I prayed about this before I came on. I said, God, you know I'm trying to do your work. And this has been, maybe my 20 live or something. Well, I don't want to count them all, but when I do these panels specific, and I'm promoting it and everything. So this is probably my fourth one. And so this finally.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first one I did with.
Wow.
I did with Shayla, my daughter, and that was on keeping the elderly at home.
Oh, is that still out there?
Yes.
Okay, I'll look for that.
So if you click on the live, when you go into the page, then you'll see all of my live videos. And so you scroll down and see that one. And then the second one was on friendship. I had a panel on friendship. And so then this is really the third one that's actually planned out and scheduled out, because then other times I go impromptu, because it takes on these, it takes a lot of work,
I can imagine.
I got with you coordinating, your time and everything, and then sharing with you, planning, the questions. And so I've done 3 of these. The next one I want to do like this. I want to do on purchasing hair. I'm getting all this material for my book because that was one of my questions. Have your hair changed?
Absolutely.
And so when I first drafted the survey question, my hair had changed then. And now this year, in the last 3-4 months, it's done changed even. I almost said, do I have any hair? So, so yes, that's going. And so I've got a couple people that they wear wigs very well, and which I'm reaching out to them to get information. I didn't know a lot about wigs. So in the last couple of months, I've been asking a lot of questions of people that wear wigs. What should I do? How do I select a wig? And so my friend, sister girl Belinda, she went with me Saturday. We made an outing. Us Golden Girls. We went to Southfield at Lee's Supply there at on Telegraph and shopping for a wig. And this is my purchase hair.
It looks good.
Yeah. So, I'm learning how to wear a wig. All right, then. I just want to say I had a wonderful time this evening, audience, and I appreciate you coming on and just all the comments. So we're going to say good night. Thank you. You know, this is par for the course. You know, I say goodbye 3 times.
Okay, this is the norm for you. You don't want to say goodbye.
You got to get 3 goodbyes before it's final. This is it.
Okay. All right.
Bye. Everyone have a good night and God bless. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thanks, Connie.
Thank you.
And when you go, you just
exit.
Leave studio.
Okay.
Down there. I'm going to end the broadcast.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.